Welcome to World Gospel Broadcasting Network. I am Abanda Edwin. Thank God I am in the studio with my guest. Is Minister Musi Wilfred. You are welcome, sir.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
So we will be looking at, very soon we'll be entering 2022. When you look at the church, what are some of, let's look at the retrospect from the things that are past, and we are looking at the future. What are some of your expectations?
Well, when we look at this year 2021 going through, and we look at the church, we see that, for instance, in school we say that we study history to know the past and also to correct what is going on presently, and then we prepare now for a better future, make the future brighter. So looking at the church in 2021, we see that the church is still really backward. We first of all appreciate what we have been able to do as a Church of Christ for this year 2021. We appreciate all our effort that we have been able to really put in place to see that the ministry of God is going well. But now we are simply saying that where we see that we still have limitations, now in this 2021 are those places that we need to start handling them. For instance, we have talked on a lot of issues here, what we ascribe for. We ascribe for many things, like radio stations and TV stations on this media. So I think in this 2021 is the time that these visions have to start being implemented. I enjoy a saying that,
because when we were at the annual lectureship in Banga, they brought the issues and they were saying, who is going to lead this? And we said a committee, there was a kind of thing. Now I said that since we have at least a constitutional body, even though it's not like leading the church in this country, but at least they can help us coordinate issues. Like now, there are conflicts, they are resolving, they are helping us get land, they are distributing relief program in the Anglophone crisis. During COVID, they did so. Can they not also in the same light follow up with the radio issue, follow up with the TV issue, so that we have it? These are things we have been anticipating, but it cannot just happen. Somebody must stand for it.
yes, and we should also remember that our dreams will keep on being dreams if we don't get up to work to make them become real. They will remain dreams. We'll keep on dreaming and we will remain in dreams. When we dream, we need to get up and we start doing something. So I think in this 2021, it's not to be the time when they should keep on thinking and deliberating on issues. Who is going to do this or who is going to do that? But just like you have rightly said, that the board of trustees can still look into this matter. And my prayer is that they should have that mind that this year they should just go into the matter to start doing it and not to keep on procrastinating again. Because if we keep on procrastinating from one day to the other, 1 month to the other, 1 year to the other, you will see that we'll always remain dreaming, and very soon you will just see the thing will come and just strip off from our memories. So I think the board of trustees can do that.
Exactly. We have seen that throughout this year. The Anglophone crisis to have hampered a lot of mission work that have been going on. Some lectureships have closed down. The COVID-19 again came and did its own. And then also the church in remote areas, some of the people have been dispatched into the forest. Some have traveled in some areas. Because of that, we have had a lot of backlash when it comes to fostering the work of the kingdom in the church, especially in the Northwest and Southwest within 2021. We also see that conflicts too have arisen, like what we just described one by one. And these are problems that we have encountered within this year. However, it is still a year that when we look through, at least all hope is not lost. All hope is not lost. So let's look at the future now. How are we going to do to cope with all these things you mentioned, the TV, all of those things? And it is rather unfortunate that in this country, the church doesn't have any hospital of its own. At least we have some schools that are a little bit affiliated to the Church of Christ because there are brothers who are having them. And so everything that is done there, the image of Christ is being preserved within the corridors of those schools, which is good. But I think enough should be done. But how will people be motivated to do this? What is it that partnership is not really going on in this country where people can partner and do things?
Yes, we still have the problem at this level of church autonomy, which we tried to resolve last time. And we believe that the message must have gone far away. But the thing is that we can always talk here on this media. But if the people don't pick up the goal, if we don't see that we are doing something very, very practical, because what cannot start acting by themselves when we are left behind. We speak and we also make sure actions are being done. So our prayer is that as we have passed on the information, let now people start wiping away all these ideas of autonomy, all those type of conceptions, and we should see that we reunite as one, and we do things in common. That is what I aspire in this year 2021.
Exactly.
That is what we need to see
so that
happening.
If the board can come up and they say, we want to launch a project for TV station of the Church of Christ in this country.
Yes.
And they say, congregation, give in the kind of support you can give in. And congregation sit down and deliberate within themselves, within their reach. They give their own contribution. All over this country, if we contribute, there are big congregations that will contribute thousands upon thousands. Why not even millions? And then smaller congregations will give what they have. And when you combine this money together, it will put us something that will help us to serve the perishing population in this country. And that will be fine. You know, sometimes if we the interest of when we bring it, where will it be? What will it? Is that a problem?
It should not be.
It should not be a problem. What I think for me, if they ask me that, if we have this thing, where will it be? I would suggest that it should be in Douala. Are you understanding?
Yes.
Yes, it can be in Cité de la Paix. I always call that congregation because I see them being capable of doing a lot of things. It should be in Cité de la Paix or even Bonaberry. It should be there, serving the church. There are technology in a way that preachers can preach from their places right there. We now have Skype. We now have video conferencing. A lot of things that can happen. We'll be airing our services. Somebody can sit at home and really see how a New Testament church worship. Can we not modernize things? Why is it that we always think impossible? And I think that congregations in America and other places whom are interested into the media, we need to get to them. Yes. So that they can start sponsoring. Because I know that there are people, it's just that people only go in for Bible school, orphanages, this one. Nobody has picked the interest of the media preaching. That we can have a radio or TV. Nobody has picked that interest. That's why we don't find it happening.
Yes, and it's also very high time for us, the Churches of Christ member in Cameroon, to start thinking of how we can do something for ourselves. You know, ever since the church came to Cameroon, it has really been sponsored only by foreigners, by people from abroad. And up to today, we are still solely depending on the church abroad to come and sponsor most of our programs. And you will see that the Church of Christ in Cameroon will come to end up eating milk until the day they will enter their
No
grave. Solid food. And the church cannot be strong.
But you know, the only challenge I have is that if the bigger congregations were supporting the younger ones, it wouldn't have been the case. You know, you don't put to birth and just say feed yourself and live. You must nurture the child to a particular level. We saw Boya trying. They were doing some work in Tole, Mondoni, my 14. They were sponsoring preachers in this area who even graduated from Bible school.
Yes.
And that was an example of how churches should be operating. But I don't know how far they are going with the issue. That is a congregation that has stood its ground, supported other smaller congregations, even supported preachers of other congregations. Is that not a good step and a good lesson that we should learn? And
even individuals are also there who have helped to support other people and other programs. And that is what...
Do you know that? What about some of us in Bengui here? We have been working, we have brothers of Northwest, of even Meta origin, of Bengui, Momo division. Even to give a call that is the work going. It's not going. Then how we work?
You know, it is quite a surprising thing for me, and I want to say that the Meta community in particular, it has. You know, when I became a member of the Church of Christ here in Bengui, I did not know that the population I could see here was what I know about all the Meta people who are members of the Churches of Christ. But I'm surprised to see that they are there in their numbers in the Southwest hanging around. They are there in their numbers. And it is quite a disgrace to me because I really feel sad to go and sit somewhere where the church is already well established and there are numerous members there and preachers there who can carry on the work, and I also go and sit there doing nothing. When people are here perishing and perishing and perishing, they cannot hear the gospel. That's the more reason why you see me, I decided to leave back the Bible school and come to my own area. And I cannot see anything that will move me that I should leave from Northwest here and go to Southwest here for any reason. There is no reason for that.
See, brethren,
no reason.
To walk in this Northwest is sacrifice. It's a huge sacrifice. Others came and ran away because it is not easy. But we have decided that the hard way is the only way out. But it is so shameful. It is so shameful that we have brethren well-to-do who are of, who are Northwesterners, who are from Momo and other parts, but they care less about the gospel going to their area. Go to Ghana and see how there are people who are from the north to the south because the church is not there in the northwest. They are sponsoring missions there. They are the one supporting the preachers in their area. The same thing is happening in Nigeria. And here we quote and say churches are growing in this area. Then what is wrong with us? Can we not copy good things and do good things? I have people that I know of the Meta clan, for instance. Even to give me a call, they can't do it. Not to say that they will remove their money. Is this stinginess? Is this what? And yet we want the church to grow.
Yeah, that's why I was going to that. All these things, I know that the people are not really still yet. The people are still living on milk. People have not yet started having that mind to do things by themselves. So when we members of the Churches of Christ in Cameroon, we will have that mind to start working for ourselves. To see that we do something, we should not only sit and be waiting that let the white man, let the Americans support the work that is going to my area.
If they have to do so, they should just be supporting our own effort. Not that we solely depend on them. Because no matter what, we need each other. Americans, we need us, we need them. The whole world, we need to cooperate as a body throughout the whole world, which we are not disputing. But don't allow someone to come to your house and then do everything.
Yeah, just a call that maybe somebody will just sit and call you and say that, Minister Abanda, how are you doing? How is the radio program? How is the mission work in Bengui? Courage to you, my brother. Keep up. It's a lot of encouragement. And it revives the spirit. It gives you strength again to go on with the work. So when you already have that mind, when you already have that zeal of even calling to give encouragement, and then that one also of giving will also accomplish it. But now, just to even call and ask how are things going in your own area, you will not. Then what about if you even tell people to support this mission? How will it look like? So what I'm simply saying is that we will need to start learning how to support the mission in Cameroon by ourselves. We need to start learning. Even if the white man will
and this goes to Cameroonians who are Churches of Christ members abroad. They should constitute themselves and start supporting mission back here home.
Yes.
Why do we not? We have them in Europe. Whatever part of Europe, they should join together. Those in America should join together. We have so many of them who are abroad, members of the Church of Christ, worshiping in congregations abroad. They should constitute themselves, support mission back at home, advocate in those congregations to see how they can help us back here, so that when we become stable and strong, the gospel will keep on penetrating.
Yes, and we also have to know that what we are saying here is not like our ideologies. It is a
fact.
Yes, a whole fact, and it's a Bible command to say that the gospel is extended to everywhere. And when you read the account of Romans chapter 10, you see Paul asking a lot of questions. How would the people who are perishing, how are they going to hear the gospel if there is nobody to go and preach? And how will somebody go and preach if that person is not being sent? And how is that person going to be sent? How do you just get up today and I said, Minister Abanda, maybe start going out to a place like Kwakwa in the southwest region
Don't
to
worry,
preach without.
we'll keep on discussing. However, we have come to the end of this broadcast. I'm here with Minister Wilfred. Bye bye.